Hey everyone, Jason from Bohemia Bees again. I'm actually working on putting together some natural wax foundation in Planting Hope Apiary, courtesy of my buddy Ronnie. Had pressed me out some natural wax foundation, some local wax, which is always good. For those of you that use the plastic foundation, it's always good. But what you find sometimes is that wax foundation bees don't always take to that. So what I got him to do is press me out. It smells really good. Some natural wax, local beeswax foundation. If you can get some of that, it's really good. If you need to get his contact information, private message me. I'll get it to you, and he can probably press you out some. Probably some good stuff for the get the cells started for your colonies going into the spring. I'm going to show you how to put these things inside of a frame. They tend to be a little bit more fragile than the standard foundation or plastic foundation, but it's workable. A couple quick tips that you can use. What I do typically is take a standard frame that I've built. Naturally, it's your standard deep that I'm using in this example. The bottoms have been glued and nailed already, and then the tops are just loosely fit. And the point of that is so that I can slide them in. I just basically loosen the top bar, and these are double groove top barred frames. So you got a groove in the top and a groove in the bottom, as you can see. What I'm going to do is actually take this wax foundation that is the size of the frame. It's a hair bigger, but it's not exactly too big. And I'm going to just kind of prime the ends, is what I call it. And the way I do that is just by a hair, as you can see, maybe a quarter of an inch in. I'm going to heat up really quick and melt it down to make it a little more pliable with a torch. Just a couple quick passes. Nothing fast or nothing too long. You can see it started to melt a little bit on the edge. It gives that little lip that you need to fit right in there. Be pretty quick when you move, so it can still be maneuverable in the side of the frame. Do the same thing on the other side when you flip it around. Set that to the side. Take your sheet, take your frame, you slide it in the bottom frame. Bottom frame groove. While it's still a little bit maneuverable, center it up, hold it kind of centered, kind of press down on your top bar frame so it slides in the groove. As you can see, slides right in to the groove. And you want to center it up, make sure that they got that little bit of bee space on both sides. And then what you guys, natural foundation and a deep frame for your bees to have a wonderful start. Then you're going to, naturally put your top in. I always put 2 nails just to be safe. There you go. So that's how I do it. And I put that natural foundation in that frame, and this should give them a really good start for the spring when they come out, or really any time of the year. It's always good to try to use natural foundation and get clean wax from one of your local keepers or anybody that's in the community. Check with your clubs. Try to find someone that has the local wax, or harvest your own. Melt it down. The presses tend to be a little more expensive, so if you know someone that has one, great. But support your local keepers if you know someone that has one as well. Or give me a ring, private message me, and I'll get you Ronnie's information, and he'll press you out some as well. It's fairly cheap. Get a whole stack of it for a good amount of price, and get you these natural frames with natural comb put in them. Thanks again for watching. Keep supporting. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. Give me a couple likes. Thanks a lot.